I can't even believe it's my story to tell. To be opened in the event of our most unfortunate demise, with a little heart. You know, she didn't take any of this very seriously. And yet, when she was diagnosed, she was incredibly diligent. She did everything she could. She did not give up. She did absolutely everything she could within reason to live. If you're diagnosed with breast cancer, there are a number of therapies which are at your disposal. Being diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer, your options are severely limited. The things I miss about my mom. I think it's, you know what I think it is? I think it's the things I miss about life that I had when my mother was here. Because it's my experience. So it's my experience of this day, of my life here, what it is that I do, my work as a photographer, how I share that, how I talk about it, my family life, and that experience was shared daily with my mother, 4 or 5 times a day. We'd text all day long. I worked with her. She was a landscaper. So we worked together. It's been just a year. Her garden was on the cover of Architectural Digest this month. She had no idea it was even going to be photographed, let alone be in Architectural Digest, let alone make the cover. And this issue came out a year exactly, a year after she died. 2 weeks before she died, it seemed like she could have lived 4 more years. There was just no indication. You can really live with cancer, with breast cancer, even if it's stage 4, as long as you have targeted therapies to address the progression of the cancer. If you don't, that limits your time. And that's why she only lived for 3 years. This incredibly robust woman who was full of life and potential, brilliant. 3 years.
The red devil is the red devil. It is adriamycin cytoxin, and it is very, very strong chemotherapy, and it's literally red, and it's literally the devil. You have to, chew on ice chips as they're giving it to you, and it's pretty gnarly. It knocked me down. It was exhausting and just so weak. The thing about triple negative is that they can't give you a targeted hormone therapy. Not that that's any picnic, but it is responsive to chemotherapy, but it's an extreme form and very strong. It's killing the good, the bad, the ugly. It's targeting everything. They can't do it any other way right now, or they haven't been able to do it any other way. Normally, if you're estrogen receptive or progesterone receptive, they can give you certain drugs that turn off those receptors in your body. But triple negative cancer cells lack the receptors for estrogen, progesterone, and HER2. So it's not responsive to targeted therapies. It's a weird thing because you're so grateful that you're being able to be treated that you don't want to hate this red devil guy, but at the same time, you're thinking, oh, you're in a hazmat suit and I'm just chilling, getting this in my vein, and I have to deal with the, putting that in its place.
When I found out that the chemo was not working, I thought, this is it. My life is over. And my husband said, no, we're not stopping here. There has to be something out there. So my husband and myself ventured out to City of Hope and found Dr. Yuan, who was doing the study. If I wasn't on this trial, I don't think I'd be here talking to you today.
In this very exciting clinical trial, we're combining for the first time a immunotherapy drug with androgen receptor targeting agent.
For some reason, my body accepts this particular treatment better than the 2 conventional chemos that I was on.
We struggle to get funding. Phase 1 Foundation has been exceptional in supporting our research and has agreed to extend the reach of the study by analyzing biomarkers before and after treatments of current patients. Biomarkers are molecules found in the body that can be used as measures to detect, track, and eventually predict how a patient will respond to treatments. With this type of approach, we're able to truly personalize the treatment options based on what does this patient have. When time is short, precision is everything.
It seems to me that there's nothing more important than developing these trials, developing the research, and then participating in the trials if you can. Because each time someone participates in a trial, it's a meaningful contribution to the advancement of the research. So every step of the way, we're further along in terms of understanding the disease.
And that's what's so hopeful about this and getting the chance to, see where this would go and the difference it would make in all these people's lives that were diagnosed with triple negative.
Cancer is not going to beat me yet. I'm not willing to lay down and give up.
Without a doubt, my mom would still be here if there had been more options and more treatments. Because that's what the game of living with cancer is about. You have a number of treatment options. You start with the first, it works for a while, then your body gets used to it, so then you switch to something else. You're cobbling together months and years. It's crazy because we can get this research, we can do it. You can't get over a death. The passing of someone creates a new shape in you, and you go with it, you bend with it like a leaf. My mother isn't here anymore, and I'm still wanting to get the treatment that is needed because somebody right now in this room is going to need it.